Hi, everybody, and welcome to Module 6. Module 6 is about knowledge and skepticism. Maybe some of you are the kind of people that are skeptical about everything, and you just don't believe in anything. You don't think anything is really true. Or maybe you do believe that the truth is out there somewhere and that we can find it. So we're essentially going to be looking at the nature of truth and the nature of reality and how they fit together. Now, in philosophy, this branch is called epistemology. So when you see that big term in the chapter, it really just means that we're studying the nature of thinking, how we gain knowledge, and where we think truth might come from. So we'll begin by taking an overview of the problem of knowledge. Where does our knowledge come from? People like Plato thought our knowledge came from, well, he thought we were born with it, and all we had to do is remember. And we could remember by using our reasoning skills. And this is why, when we took a look at the ancient Greeks in the earlier chapters, the dialogues that were written were in the form of questions and answers, so that we could remember through these dialogues what we already knew already. So that's called rationalism. Now, other people believe that we gain knowledge through experiences. So it's our experience of something that's going to give us the knowledge that we need. For example, are we going to just remember how to wire an electrical circuit, or do we really need to take a class or learn from somebody that already does it and then go ahead and start wiring electrical circuits? Or maybe you're an artist. Do you learn to become an artist just by thinking about it and remembering it, just by using your reason? Or do you have to actually paint or draw or sculpt or dance or do something artistic? So those things are sort of in conflict with each other in the philosophical world. And we'll be taking a look at Locke's critique of innate ideas. And we'll be defining some primary and secondary qualities. So Locke attempts to show us that sense data are proof of the existence of an external world. But when it comes to him, he thinks that everything is just in our heads. So is there an external world? Is there really something beyond who we are as a person? How do we know? Or maybe you'll like Berkeley. Berkeley argues for a theory that says that material objects do not exist. That's kind of interesting to think about, because I'm taking a look around my room right now and I see a lot of material objects, and to me it seems like they sort of exist. But we'll see if we can understand what Berkeley's trying to say. Kant's theory is that we have a little bit of both, some rationalist ideas, some empirical evidence, and he kind of combines them or synthesizes them together. So many people like Kant's ideas for that reason, because we can see that there is a little bit of both about how we gain our knowledge about the universe. So there's a couple of terms I'll talk about up front, and that is a priori knowledge. That's knowledge that is akin to what I talked about for Plato. It's a rationalist idea. It's knowledge that we're born with. Posteriori knowledge is knowledge that comes from experience. So when you see those terms, you can keep those ideas in mind. And also that is empiricism. So those things go together. So those are some of the things that we'll be discussing in Module 6. And hopefully by the end, you'll know where you fall as far as where you think you gain your wisdom, how you go about doing it, how you think things may or may not be true, how you discover that they are true, or maybe not at all. And we'll take a look at some analytic statements, some semantics, and the idea of language and how everything may be impacted by the language and the terms that we choose. And that may influence how we gain knowledge and what we feel skeptical about. So I'll see you in the discussion area for Module 6 as we dive further into some of these philosophical problems.